Good day, creative geniuses. Welcome. Welcome to my Wednesday Wisdom Window. I'm Suzanne Grace, CEO of Grace Inspire Sanctuary, where I am so happy to come together with you once a week to just share some inspirational reading, do some breath together, and to get grounded and turn our attention to maybe a greater thought for the day, a greater idea. So happy that you're here. Thank you for joining me, whenever and from wherever you're watching this. So this past Sunday, I did a talk at my spiritual center, and the title was, "And Still I Rise." Think about that. What does that mean to you? And still I rise. You know, I believe that in spite of our discomfort and our challenges and obstacles in our lives, we can persevere and rise. Can't we? We have. You all have. We've all risen above something that was very difficult. So we have that within us, that we can, in spite of our discomforts and challenges, we can rise. Actually, not in spite of them, but because of them. Yeah. You know, many people think a happy life is a challenge-free life. But we're human, right? Life with its challenges stimulates our growth and development, I believe. And when we can transcend our resistance to challenges, it can be very liberating. And still I rise. Imagine allowing upsets to lift you up. Being curious about them rather than why me. We can ask the question, what is this teaching me? What is this asking of me? I've always, many times in my Wednesday Wisdom Window, talked about the right questions to ask yourself and to be curious. Wow, here I go again. What in me wants to change? Just being willing to be curious and rise above something. So one of my favorite teachers, as you know, is Mark Nepo. And in the Book of Soul, he talks about a singing group that you may have heard of called Sweet Honey in the Rock. And it's an all-woman African-American a cappella group. And their name, Sweet Honey in the Rock, comes actually from Psalm 81 in the Bible, which alludes to a land so fertile that when rocks in that soil are cracked, honey drips from them. This is a perfect metaphor, he says, for the sweetness that waits to be released if we can endure the cracks. This is the reward for daring to meet our possibility, for daring to rise. And he talks about resilience. And haven't we all, this past over a year now, year and a half, have to have been resilient and adaptable to what's going on in our world? Yeah, we have. So resilience, he says, it seems that it has to do with the improbable belief that there is honey in the stone, that the sweet things extracted from hard things will heal us. What if this whole thing we're going through with the pandemic and everything is actually lifting us up to a greater place? What if? That's an interesting thought, isn't it? So Mark says, dream on, till the honey that sleeps in the rock of our stubbornness makes its sweetness known. The rock of our stubbornness. Oh, yeah. Have you ever been stubborn? Right. And still, I rise. Because it doesn't matter how many times we fall down. What matters is how many times we, get up. Yeah. What if our past was no longer our truth and we gave ourselves permission to live in a new way? Sounds easy, but it does take practice and awareness, right? Mindfulness. That's what I love about the the coaching and the counseling that I do with people from all walks of life, to show how to move from what is to what's possible in their life. Because something is possible when we open to it. You know, we're always at choice, aren't we? So the other teacher that I've been sharing with you is Reverend Michael Beckwith. And he has 7 practices to help us rise in our conscious awareness. Gratitude, generosity, forgiveness, no problems, acceptance of ourselves, no drama, and valuing downtime. Now, some of these I have shared with you before, but I want to talk just about a couple of them this morning. First being gratitude. You know, I always give my clients the homework assignment of a gratitude journal. It has a huge benefit. And I also add success. To write in the evening, what are your successes from today? Not only what are you grateful for, but what did I do pretty good? And it could be the smallest thing. But when you write it down, you're giving yourself a high five, which is very important to change that pattern of I didn't do enough or I'm not enough. So what are your successes and what are you grateful for? Writing it down every night. That's one thing. And the other one that I really like is being generous and giving. And not just about money. Giving of your time, giving a smile to someone, letting someone go in front of you in traffic, being generous. Having a generous heart opens us to an amazing world of generosity coming back to us. Because it's the law of reciprocity, right? And then the other one I really like is no drama. So as we evolve in our consciousness, we don't get triggered so much. I don't know about you, but sometimes I can just write an opera about drama, about something going on out there. And yet when I turn within, I can realize that my mind, when I quiet my mind, I don't have to have the drama to live. Byron Katie said, when you realize that every stressful moment you experience is a gift that points you to your own freedom, life becomes very kind. And that's where meditation comes in, isn't it? Meditation brings us into that inner stillness where we learn how to respond to something rather than just react. It's an amazing tool, meditation. That's why I do it. We're going to do it in a moment to bring us to that place of calm. Yeah. Meditation also allows us to learn how to be the witness and the observer. So when something is shaking rattling our cage, we can have a different perspective, possibly. So let's do some breathing together. And think about rising above whatever's on your mind today, whatever's bothering you, whatever is uncomfortable, that you can rise above it. You have the power, you have the tools. So as we put our feet on the floor, we sit a little forward in our chair with a nice straight spine, so it allows the energy of the Sushumna channel to open. All the chakra centers aligned. As we close our eyes to the busy day today or whenever we're listening to this, we close our outer eye, but we open that inner eye. That third eye is in the center of the middle of the forehead. It's called our wisdom eye. So with our eyes closed, we slightly raise our gaze up about 20 degrees from the horizon. And in the yogic tradition, it's called relaxing upward. So we take the breath from the heart center, and we simply allow our whole awareness to rise and relax upward without straining and forcing anything. Yeah. Good. And you can take one hand on your heart if you like, and one hand on your belly. And we'll take our 3 yogic breaths together, inhaling through the nose and slowly exhaling through the nose and mouth, as if you're blowing out a beautiful candle. And as we do this, I will be blowing and making a sound, excuse me, a tone with the love tuner to bring our vibrational being into alignment. So let us begin. Inhale slowly through the nose and a nice long exhale. Inhale. With a smile, exhale. And one more time, nice inhale. And simply feeling that alignment. And our affirmation today, I give myself permission to rise above any difficulty. I give myself permission to rise above any difficulty. I give myself permission to rise above any difficulty. Yes. And as I always say, we don't have to know how we're going to make all this happen. We simply make it welcome. We make welcome that feeling of, I can do this. I'm going to rise up. And the resources and the tools and the support that you need will show up. I guarantee it. And still, I rise. So take another deep breath, feel your feet on the floor, wiggle your toes and fingers. Let's rub our hands together and come back. So good. Take our big stretch up, inhaling, pull the body up, happy, open arms. Today is a great day. Today is a great day. I'm open to possibilities. Yeah. So happy to share that with you. And I'm going to post the whole talk that I did this past Sunday, because there's some gems in there, different stories about how to rise. And if you want to check in with me and have a conversation, I always do a complimentary phone call to give you some ideas about how to make a shift in your life, to move from what is to what's possible. So you can contact me through Facebook, it's fine. Go to my website, www.graceinspire.com. I have many resources there, and you can also contact me there. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. Be well, be safe, and remember to love one another. Namaste.